a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002. There's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the New England Patriots. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Here's Murray from midfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. The Patriots hit 3-0 here in the month of September, and they've got to be pleased with the start of this season, obviously.
Yeah, and you're talking about 3 good quality wins. It's got people in the locker room excited, not overly so, but that quiet confidence is starting to build. They're starting to believe that this could be their year if they stay on track.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5 now. Jones finding Bourne here over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run for the first time with Pierre Strong. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Murray. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And a former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Murray now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Jones. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Go. 7-7, our score after 1. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And a big loss. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Rodgers to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On a return from his end zone, Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine. I
guess it's time now to lean on that. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one goes for 24 yards.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Runs over it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup on 16. A good chunk of those yards came after contact, and that's an area where he's really starting to excel as a running back.
It felt like he was doing a drill that running backs have to perform all the time, especially in pads, called a gauntlet drill. Two guys, you know, people with these two rows, you have to go right through the middle of them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them...
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. he going to throw? He's going to look deep for more. And he'll take this one in. Rondale Moore with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals strike quickly here to tie up the ball. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. The pass to Henry is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Open man down the field is Henry. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And caught by Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Give up the middle to Strong. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, here's Strong once more. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 33. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll run with Strong. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
first down, they'll go to the ground attack. To about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 33. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen to you? And now here's another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Murray now on first down. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates them because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet.
Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Here's Murray. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. On the move past the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36.
Come on.
Shotgun now from Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Strong. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 75 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man, it's Thornton. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action, Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game.
Touchdown! Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tyquan Thornton, 59 yards. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. The point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And some room to work. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Murray trying again after the pick 6. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick 6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And now here's another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 23. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here's Jones. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jones. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
To throw is Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Murray now on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. On 2nd and 10, Murray. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Joey Sly now to